I am coming back where I started. I said it showed a growth in the industry, automobile industry of 14% in the last quarter. 14% automobile industry growth has been registered. Of course, certain, as Dr. Thomas said yesterday, usage of fossil fuel may go up, but then again, government has announced some subsidy for the green vehicle, the electric vehicle. They have announced the last budget, and year before the last budget also they have announced. But what will happen? We are going through a pandemic situation. The entire people, entire nation entire world is suffering from economic depression or a recession, something like a depression, somewhat like a recession. We are going through. The common man doesn't have money in their hand. And how come the automobile industry has showed that growth? You might be remembering the Prime Minister announced the moratorium on the loans. I am the first pray for that moratorium. I had a car on loan. I have a monthly installment of 20,000 rupees repayment I have to make every month. So when the moratorium start, fine. I need not have to pay for 2 months, or for the next 3 months, I need not have to pay, fine. I opted for the moratorium. And at the end of that happened in March, April, May. And I received a notice from the bankers that I have to pay 18,000 rupees additional. 18,000 rupees additional as interest. And my EMI term as from 62, they made it to 63 months. Again, the interest will compound, interest will work upon that. അപ്പം ഈ മൊറട്ടോറിയം ഒരു നല്ല കാര്യമായിരുന്നിരിക്കാം, but they should have taken some other measures also. Tata Automobile announced, take your vehicle now, pay next year. At an interest of 8.9%, you can take your vehicle, avail your vehicle now and pay next year. Volkswagen announced, take the vehicle, pay next year. And again, BMW, Benz, of course, is for the luxury class. Forget about them. We are not worried about them. I'm talking even, of course, Maruti doesn't announce a scheme like that. They don't have a scheme like that. All the other automobile industries announce this. Have you ever thought, if the pandemic is going on like that, who is the prey for this particular, who will fall for this offer? The common man. The common man, because of the social distances, they want to move on to the cars, four-wheeler, or from bicycle to scooter or motorbike. What will be the interest rate? After 1 year, when they at the rate of 8.9% compounding interest, what will be that? Have you known that? And from where will they pay that money? No way. Then we are going to face the real struggle, real problem. Because we are slowly moving into a recession. Very slowly we are moving into a recession. At the moment, our GDP is similar to what we had in 1947. 1947, what we had, that is where we stand right now. Do you want to blindly depend upon the offers, the measures taken by the government and the banks, the Reserve Bank? I have a case study from 1924. 1924 1924 the biggest flood. 1924 we had the biggest flood in the history in the 20th century. There's a place called Mana in Mavelikara. I'm taking a very small example how the then ruler acted. A small place called Mavelikara. The entire Tahsil, there is a Tahsil, a village, has been underwater for so many days. Around 6 lakh hectares of paddy field were underwater, and 7,000 tons of food grains were drained or got spoiled. So naturally you have to rehabilitate. You know what happened? What is the announcement from the then Queen Rani Sedulashmi Bai, the regent of those days? She announced 500 rupees relief fund for 10,000 farmers in that particular Tahsil. The staff of the Queen, the Tahsil, visited each house, 10,000 farmers, and given them in cash given them in cash, 500 rupees of 1924. Can you imagine what will be the value of the money? And they were given in loans at 7%. Loans were given those days through society, cooperative societies. And he has been ordered, the banks has been ordered to reduce the interest rate to 6%, 7 to 6%. And the subsequent years, interest has been again brought down. So what happened when you bring money to the market? The purchasing capacity of the common man will increase, which is going to improve the GDP rate in the country, which should improve the GDP rate in the country. Who is suffering most now? Not the businessman. The business sufferings of the businessman will be over when you have the money with the common man. That is what the King Sethu Lakshmi Bai did. So don't you think that we have to adopt the same system now? With 2 years, the entire laws what we had in the 24, we got back in 1926. People were happy, back to their work in agriculture. This was not there. That's what not happening now. Common man needs money with them. Then only it reaches the market. Then only the industry grow. Then only the medium level industry, the cottage industry will develop. Then only the tourism industry will develop. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Why don't we suggest the government to pay at least 5,000 rupees every month to the BPL people? That is what we have to do. That's what not happening in the country. We do have so many projects which may bring in funds after 2 years. It is something like this, where a simple man says, borrow you 2 rupees. I'll say, I need 2 rupees now. I need 2 rupees now, but I don't have it with me. Tomorrow I may get 2 crore. It is sure I may get 2 crore. But will it serve the purpose of the day? It will not serve the purpose of the day. So that is what happening with the GDP rate of the country. We have to learn lessons from the past, what our kings and queens used to do for the happiness of their people. And that is, we have to. I said 1931 we had a public service corporation, public service in our country. 1932 we had a health department in our country in Travancore. We do have all these things, but does it reach the common man? It is not reaching the common man. So base of the happiness of the state is the common man. You have seen people walking 1,200 and plus kilometers to reach their destination. Do you think they need to be treated like that? No. They need to be supplemented with money, supplemented with food grains, supplemented with all means to food, shelter, and money. That makes the happiness of the nation.